Where I get comedy inspiration from is from things that annoy me. I think that's the funnest thing about comedy. You find something that annoys you, like an itch you need to scratch, and then comedy is a good way to like kind of punch that. If Trump annoys you, then a good way to kind of like fight back in a way is to do what's doesn't really achieve anything, but it's cathartic to maybe do like a snarky tweet or a joke tweet.
Yeah.
Or I find stand-up comedy and the stuff I do on Jono and Ben as well is a little bit similar. If I can find something that annoys me and then attack it, then that's a fun way to do comedy. The reason I love stand-up so much is because it's completely uncensored and unfiltered.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that like PC's gone mad or I can't say my weird views.
Because most people feel like it.
Yeah, you can. But what I mean by that is like there's no one else, I just do exactly what I want to do. There's no one else to say this is bad, this is good. That's why stand-up's so great. That's why I always recommend everyone, if you're thinking about trying stand-up, give it a wang. It's so much fun, you can say whatever you want. The downside of that is that there's no one there to help you, so there's no one there to go, hey, this is what you're doing here is the dumbest shit you've ever heard. Which is what I often do, to be honest. So I really want to, I really enjoy doing stand-up. It's my favourite thing, and I'd like to be known as a stand-up, but it's a long process. And in New Zealand, I learned, like when I started in comedy, I was doing like, in Wellington, I was doing like 5 or 6 gigs a year.
Yeah.
You know, and now I do a lot more than that, but still, like if I look how many gigs I do a year, maybe 50 or 60, whereas like a comedian in the US, especially one who's developing like I am, would be doing like, 200 gigs a year.
Yeah.
And multiple gigs at a night, and that's just not possible in New Zealand.
People are more familiar with you for your TV and radio work. And
Yeah.
that involves a persona.
So a little bit, yeah.
How does you being a stand-up differ? Like, what are the main differences?
Well, the main differences would be a lot more raw and a lot more uncensored. Obviously, in comedy, you got to take out a lot of political stuff.
Yeah.
On TV and radio, you got to maybe censor, obviously, language and stuff like that. And so I can talk about much more exciting and interesting topics.
Yeah.
And besides that, I feel like we're quite similar. I maybe will break less doing stand-up. Like, when you try to be broad, I feel like sometimes a lot of people hate it when you laugh. I don't know what your opinion is. I often hate it when people laugh at their own jokes.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're doing Jono and Ben or something like that, it kind of is important to like laugh just to let,
give the audience permission.
Yeah, give the audience permission and to let people know that you are joking.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in stand-up, I kind of, if it's not necessary, I try not to laugh at my own jokes unless I'm genuinely, find it funny.
What can someone who comes to your show expect from you? Like, what are they going to get?
For me, it's quite political. So I'm always like worried, like if you're a Jono and Ben fan or an Edge Radio fan or something like that, and you, it may not be for you. And so I'm always worried that I'm like pushing off audience members or something like that. But like, if you want like topical jokes about comedy, then that's normally what I specialise on. To see a mentally unstable man like having a breakdown on stage, ranting about like how the world's fucked. Yeah. Then it could be a slightly enjoyable show, hopefully.
But if anything,
I love how low I set the bar there. A slightly enjoyable show. That's what I should call my next year's show. A slightly enjoyable show.
Just meets expectations.
Yeah.
But if anything, we've seen that with Colbert's ratings over Fallon, that maybe now is the market for that sort of comedy.
Hopefully, and I think, and as I said, it was what I alluded to earlier. It's like scratching that itch or punching that thing that needs to be punched. It's like such a cathartic thing to laugh at the thing that is driving you crazy, whether it be politics or inequality or whatever in the world is annoying you. The Warriors, like whatever's pissing you off. It's fun to do comedy about it, and I think more people should do it. And it's something that I enjoy doing, and I hope you'll come to my show and listen to me fall apart. Things are changing a little bit, and maybe it's not a trend yet, but we've seen Trump get elected, we've seen Brexit in the UK, we saw a far right candidate in France just like narrowly lose, like almost win the French presidential election, Marie Le Pen or whatever her name is. It's kind of crazy nationalistic times. And I wanted to kind of make jokes and kind of talk about how crazy it is, obviously, but also kind of have a theory as to why this is happening. And my main theory is that the right has much better marketing than the left. But I feel like the left is often having to explain their reasons and explain, whereas the right will just have very punchy slogans that really cut through. Make America great again. Like you can't. While you might disagree with like what people like go back to a sexist time or a racist time back, it's still a great slogan. Like it just sounds good. Like just make America great again. per capita, America's probably doing better than it's ever done.
Yeah.
But you know, that slogan like makes you think like there must be something massively wrong, which it probably is in America, to be honest. But I don't know how Trump's going to fix it. Anyway,
Probably not.
That slogan was pretty hollow. Whereas you look at what Hillary had, and she had like I can't even remember what Hillary's slogan was.
And how do you think the New Zealand comedy scene compares to overseas?
Really good. I'd say like this is so funny. Like it's the New Zealand thing, like per capita, mate. Per head of population, I think New Zealand. I wrote an article about it recently. I was like, we don't rate New Zealand comedy highly enough.
Yeah.
It normally takes people either succeeding overseas or dying. Look at Fly the Conchords. They didn't get recognition until they were on HBO in the US. Like everyone in New Zealand rejected them, and then all of a sudden they're like doing the biggest, not the biggest, but the best network in the US. And people are like, holy shit, these guys are actually quite good. And even then, New Zealand, we only put them on Prime. Like, you know, like we just don't, you know, it's weird we don't appreciate these things more. One more example is Guy Montgomery. He's like another guy called Guy. He's like me. He's like another guy called Guy, but maybe better. Now, it's funny when people confuse us because the only similarity between me and Guy, well, besides being white men, is that we our name's Guy.
Yeah.
Like we complete. Some people sometimes confuse us, and I feel so sorry for him because I'm like maybe of my bad reputation has like hurt him or something like that. He is a really good comedian.
Yeah.
But he hardly. I mean, he hosts a crappy clip show on TV3, or a fine clip show on TV3, but called Foul Army. But he gets very few like mainstream opportunities.
Yeah.
And he is like nailing it over in Melbourne and stuff like that. And I was just quite interested that.
Did Just for Laughs in Sydney as well. I think.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, exactly. He's doing really well. He's now moving to New York for that exact reason. That maybe he's not getting the opportunities here. And maybe that's a good thing as well, because it means you can spread your wings.
Something that he said is that he's found it hard to shake the podcast.
Yeah.
It's obviously wildly successful, but
I don't know why he's trying to shake it.
Well,
that's what you're famous for. Why do you shake it?
Maybe for the same reason to be known as a stand-up who has a podcast,
yeah,
rather than a podcaster that does stand-up.
Yeah, good point. And that could be a problem for me as well. Like just being known for being like a jock on the edge or something like that. Rose Matafeo is another one who's been going overseas and doing really well, getting on panel shows and stuff in the UK and getting 4-star, 5-star reviews in Melbourne and stuff like that.
And for people that enjoy listening to you, who else should they be going to?
Oh, what other shows I'm recommending?
Yeah.
Well, tonight I'm actually going to Guy Montgomery. I'm going to Frickin' Dangerous Bro. I don't know when this is going out because these are shows on this week. Frickin' Dangerous Bro is something people have got to check out. And the other one I'm going to see is Laura Daniel and Joseph Moore, who are doing a big stadium spectacular I'm excited about. This week I'm also excited about Becky Lucas, an Australian comedian who's wonderful. My friend Alice Snedden, who's one of the best writers on Jono and Ben. She's going to be great in the third week.
Boners of the Heart.
Boners with the Heart with Rose? Yeah, you're big into the podcast community. Yeah, absolutely. She's great. And my brother Paul's doing a show. With all these shows, by the way, the thing with comedy is it's like you've got to have a scattergun until you find who you really like. Just go to a whole heap of shit.
Because they're not expensive.
And yeah, not expensive. Well, depends. You're a rich guy here. Depends where you're at, but like you can get concession tickets and cheap Wednesdays and stuff like that. Try and go to as many as you can afford, and like find out. And some you'll be like the best thing you've ever seen, and some will be the biggest piece of shit you've ever seen.
And check some of them out after the festival as well, because they're still performing.
Yeah, absolutely. But the comedy festival right now, if people jump into it right now, it's so much fun. So I'm going to 3 shows tonight. So
any parting shot?
I get to go to shows for free though, so I'm cheating a little bit. That's the secret. Become a comedian, get performance pass, and then you don't have to pay to go. That's the secret.
There we go.
Any final shots?
Yeah.
Nah. What am I going to take a shot at?
Okay.
Podcasters. Your podcast.
You can go wherever you want.
Your podcast. No.
Given the old ask yourself a question then answer it one.
Yeah. No. I don't. I want to say. What you'll get better questions than what makes you laugh. No more. What makes you?
I can't.
Everything makes me laugh.
I'm easing you in.
Yeah.
You gotta
warm up.
You gotta warm up. You gotta give them something that a comedian can talk to.
Well, I love that you've thought about like interview structure. So that's a really nice thing. I never do that, so I need to learn some.
It's working for you though.